Right then, we've got this dove hunt to do. Now I've been deliberating whether I'm going to set up a honey trap because we've got to try and break up the Queen's son and his mistress. I was thinking just bringing an assassin, right? But I think a honey trap would be good. If we can bring two good-looking women, and then he's probably going to shoot himself in the foot. He's probably going to hit on... I think he's going to probably hit on Sophie. And she's going to leave him. That's the best result. Otherwise, we're just going to have to kill her. We'll see how it goes. Right, let's do it. Wean Prince Robert away from Rita Heron. These two are definitely going to get it done. Mr. President, once Robert and Rita are settled at Camp David, you'll have complete control of the situation. Do whatever you see fit to end this shameful affair. Show Rita in such a light that my son will never look at her again. Don't think I'm a heartless woman, not at all. I'm only thinking of the country, of things far more important than momentary sexual attraction. I ask only one thing of you. Hunting is a dangerous business, so don't you dare hurt anyone. Also, it's a good... Okay. So it's a good job that I didn't bring an assassin. Otherwise the Queen wouldn't be best pleased. Sophie. See, this is what I wanted to do. Because I don't have 4 with her, I'm going to use Altar. And Altar is absolutely stunning. Bang! This is definitely going to work. Cowboy, you know me. I got away with words. I introduced myself to our sweet couple as the Camp David guide and led them for a good half an hour between the eaves, greens and conifers. When Rita turned away, I grabbed the prince by his chest and kissed him as hard as I could. Rita, of course, whipped around and saw the whole thing, and of course got the whole thing all wrong. She slapped Robert in the face and rode off on a horse. I think the story is over. Fucking hell! She absolutely smashed it! Mr. President, thank you for your help. Thanks to you, my son has finally become disillusioned with his mistress and returned to his wife. The journalists are already writing that Britain is in blossom, just like the love of Robert and his sweet Sophia. Today, a rainbow appeared over the Buckingham Palace, a sure sign that things are looking up. Oh, what's this? The title of Baron, Her Majesty Queen Anne IV, granted you the title of Baron. You could sell it to someone or just lord over it in the media. I'll keep it. Title of Baron. Frame it or put it on your desk, sell it if you want, I don't care. In the title of Baron, I also attached regular donations. Not to you, of course, but to your foundation. Now we've actually getting 2 things off her. Because we've got something I need to look at in my inventory that either gives me monthly donations or actual money. I'll weigh up the difference, see what's more beneficial. The institution of marriage in the United States is crumbling. Open relationships are the disease of our age. I think open relationships are the disease of our age. Mate, nothing brings about depression quite like a spurt of an open relationship, lads. I'm telling you, open relationships would be okay if both parties were on exactly, and I mean exactly to the millimetre, the same level. But they aren't. There's always one person who's the victim. Lads, there's always a victim in an open relationship, and it's never gonna work, bruh. Open relationships are the disease of our age. They don't teach kids in schools how to keep a family together. Truth. I'll show you what it means to be a good husband. Together we can bring family values back to America. I personally say this to every cheating heart. Enough. Now, together we can bring family values back to America. Peace, freedom and love. Bada boom, bada bing. Have some of that. I wonder where my boyfriend is hanging out. I wish you were gay, Mr. President. Well, we could sort something out, couldn't we? That's got to give me some brownie points. Yeah, it did. 500,000 a month. The Queen's given me. That is massive. That's like half of what I'm already receiving. Right, what we need... Okay, we've got to put her on... I can't do anything else because I don't have the people to do it. We need You're going to a beach. You're going to a beach. And everybody else can't go to the beach. Oh, do we have new applications? Oh yes, this is the hacker. To get this hacker I need 85%. Cracker, a digital security specialist of Pakistani descent. Oh, it's a female. Looks like a man. She fled the country with her sister after undergoing hormone therapy and being hunted by extremists. That's probably why looks like a man. She despises social engineering and likes to take an aggressive approach when attacking security systems. Aside from her older sister, she's very fond of the rapper Lil Dark. But actually, can you remember at the end of last episode, I lost my ring? I fucking never actually picked it up. I don't know where it is. Oh, I can see it. I got it. I got it. Lads, hold on. I've got it. Oh, now there's a problem. Now my balls are squished between my legs and it's uncomfortable. Right, I've got it. I'm in maximum comfort mode. Right here, let's go, let's go. Let's go, baby. Right, there we go. Okay, we've got everything done. We settle a conflict. Well, wait there. We are getting passports, aren't we? Bang, bang, bang. All of them are getting passports. And so we can mission next episode. Right, let's go, let's go. Boom, 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 boom. And our ratings are still going up. 89.7. We're dropped a bit. But still. 12 mil. We are spending a lot of money. Wait there, we not got 500 quid. We've got loads of dividends coming in though. Look, watch this. Team stress update. 4. But she's going to lose it though, isn't she? Because I've just sent her on holiday. $1.4 million. That is sweet. Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to look at that thing. Mr. President, it's just amazing. The fake is so good that neither I nor my colleagues would be able to tell it apart from the original. And what an interesting new identity. Oh, it's just talking about the passport. I was so confused there. Take the rig. Oh my god. My friend Jacobo pulled off a genuine heist, Hollywood style. There was screeching of brakes, shots fired in the air, screams at night, carjacking the truck with Black Diamond inside was a brilliant idea. My men swooped in and took the stallion and nobody is any the wiser. The rig is yours, you've earned $10 million. Bro, Jacobo is the absolute tits. He's just shot, he's sharp becoming my favourite person. 10 million. He straight up heisted the horse. Mr. President, your analyst had enough time to study the data and my men had gathered and yesterday said they are ready to report to their superior. I saw they had a 100GB flash drive stuffed with data on the bastard who stole my money. I hope it helps you to identify the perpetrator. Leave the apprehension to us after you do. Get a diamond. Oh shit, did she get the diamond? She got the diamond! Mr. President, a good attorney knows the law, but a smart attorney knows how to get around it. And as it happens, this particular 18th century building was completely restored in 1982, so it no longer is a place of historic interest. My conscience did get slightly picked when we blew it up, but the shrine on that diamond sorted that out. The shine on the diamond sorted that out. The buyer is happy and you can collect your share. Destroy the sculpture. Andresi, now did he do it? Mr. President, your guy did a seamless job getting into the AC system of that so-called House of Horrors. Did you see Archie Wister's furious tirade on Twitter about you melting all the exhibits in the home of America's greatest villain? The accusation spread across 12 tweets, but for the police, without any witnesses or evidence, it was all just groundless claims. The report on the incident is put down to a faulty AC system. Great job. Fucking get in. Drug Lord, Mr. President, I hope you haven't forgotten our agreement. Are you ready to repay my money? Yes. I'm glad you respect our agreement, Mr. President. Next time I will be able to lend some bigger by a third. Hacker. Chief. Can you raise my monthly salary a little bit? At least to that. No. Because what will happen is, when this guy does ask for more, I'll just sack him. No. It's too much. It's too much, bruh. Now, actually, this is going to work all right in my favour. Because Andresi is actually having a scuffle with my assassin. And I can stop that by putting them into therapy, but that's going to cost me 2 point something million. But if I just sack Andresi off and get this new hacker, that's saving me a load of money. Okay then. This weekend we'll see our midterm elections. Experts are predicting the narrowest of gaps between the two parties. The last year outrages with the president of the National Turkey Federation, Humber Tuns, who had been harbouring a clandestine turkey fight club in his own house, led by the company losing 24% of the market. The new leader of the NTF, Millie Sanderton, will have a different job regaining her place on the tables in the heart of the people. Archie Wister, can we just have this cunt killed? Since I left the prison, our so-called president shut me in. I've made a lot of friends in Congress and the Senate. I get the feeling that most of them don't like our commander-in-chief any better than I do. This election will change nothing about that. Mr. President, I advise you not to deal with Kadir. You neglected my advice. Moreover, you thought you could assist him and steal my favourite stallion. Don't be so surprised. I know a lot. I'm a king after all. I will no longer have any business with you. Crack on. I don't care. I've got $10 million. Honey, you must be anxious to hear the results of the midterm elections for Congress. I'll tell you about the districts we're interested in. I'll start with my favourite, Wanda. She outplayed Bobby Gates in experience, and with our help she took votes away from his base. Consider her rejuvenated a dozen years. Woody Panetta took Chicago by a wild margin. Tony never told me how you managed it, but I'm sure you got him by the balls. As expected, DeBacker won Florida District. It's a good thing he's on our side. Dean May won the glorious state of Washington. You and Tony handled that story beautifully, I'll give you that. Rich Buckwalter stayed on to represent the California Congressional District. Not a bad ally you and Tony have found, that's for sure, we can use him. As for Texas, Nevada and Georgia, they're probably going to need recounts in our districts. As soon as they announce the winners, I'll let you know right away. And I'll tell you about Clint's race too, of course. That one is also too close to call. Ooh. Solange Verdot, President of France. Mr. President, it's a pleasure to welcome such an enlightened man as yourself. Yes, I know much about you. Intrigued? I can't wait to talk to you. Please come to Paris and bring your wife. Paris! Darling, my cousin Basil is in trouble. He's disappeared a couple of days ago, but no one noticed anything was wrong. Well, that happens to him a lot. Basil always liked to run away from home, go off to ride trains and do other things that made the police and his mother nervous. In his 30s, Basil not only roamed the land, but across a far number of ladies' bedrooms. But look at the email I got today. Your brother is being held hostage. If you want him returned safe and sound, transfer 100 bitcoins to my wallet. Let's pray for your discretion. It would be a shame to ruin the face of such a handsome man. I'm sending you a parcel with his lovely locks. I'll send a new piece of sweet basil every week. CF dissection diagram and schedule attached. By Christmas you should be able to piece together a complete set. And don't even think about going to the police, I see everything. I don't know what he got himself into, but this story better not make the front page, and pain is not an option. The kidnappers will just keep coming for more, so please just deal with this nightmare quietly. This guy's getting assassinated. Lads, somebody's getting assassinated. I can't wait. Okay. Right. Right, wait there. We've got passports, don't we? Passport. She's got a passport as well. She's got a passport. Why has everyone got so many passports? Oh, that's right, because those were from a previous mission. Right, I need to spend money. Or do I? Vindicate the Turkey Federation. Bonus fund. Rescue Ellie's cousin from his captors. Hold on. I wanted to support the... What? Evacuate the embassy. I could possibly do this. So there's some... wait there. Before we do this, lads, I need to remember this. This is what I wanted to do at the end before we switch the month. I've just got this. Right to an oil rig. 3 million. Solid dividends every month. kind of would have liked to have known how much those solid dividends every month were. And again, 3 million. I'd probably just take the 3 million because I don't know how many months are left. You know what I mean? Right, hold on. Now that I've looked at that, Debbie well, where's the thing that shows you the years? Oh fucking hell, we actually got to get to 2024. Wait there. I tell you what I'm going to do, lads. I'm going to find out how much them dividends give me. So, hold on a second. It would be better if the game just told you, instead of having to fuck about like this. Right, dividends. Let's find out how much they give us each month. Buddy, if you use that piece of... Oh, he tells you. You can get 300 grand in dividends every month. But are you sure you want to get hooked on oil? Yeah, the problem with that is that's going to take me 10 months to make that money. Then again, that's going to benefit us in the long run, isn't it? I think the game is going to go... This would make sense, actually. Extra 300 grand a month. Probably better than taking the 3 mil now. It's guaranteed. Yes. Buddy, you're mainlining oil. Hope the needle wasn't too sharp. Expect your first dividend early next month. Right, there we go. We've done it. So that's good. That's going to benefit us, because if we've got another... Fucking hell, how long is this game? Because there's 12 months. We're going to make our money back by the end of 2023 and more, and then it's going to continue on for there. It's sensible to take the dividends. Okay, right. Fucking, what are we actually doing now? My head's so much to do, I can't even keep track. I'm going to... You're going to go there. You're going to go there. Right, bang, bada boom, bada bing, bam, bam. What do we need to evacuate the embassy? Sir, there's some trouble in Bahrain. Radical Islamist groups are taking over the country and are about to take the capital where the US embassy is located. The only way out is by sea, but we need to use force at the port. Nobody foresaw what was coming, and just a month ago we withdrew our last Marines from Bahrain. It'd take a miracle to save our embassy now. You could be that miracle, sir. We need 2 trusty fighters to protect our diplomats and a hacker. Okay, so I need to get Alvaro passport. I need to get Alvaro passport, and that's for next episode, next month. I mean. Alvaro and Jacob and Ollie. They'll be able to go next month. Fine. Settle a conflict. This is what I was going to do. So who do I need for this? A negotiator. Bang. Negotiator. And 2 PR experts. Done. Mr. President, I overheard Andresi saying you were a dumb president. Are you going to take insults like that from your subordinates? Maybe you should fire him. No. Not yet. Not yet. Support the auto industry. Who do we need for this? Mr. President, the Chinese are blatantly copying our auto industry. At the Chinese New Motor Show, I recognized lots of American models from recent years with some slight tweaks, some of which were for the better, and naturally the cars were much cheaper. Major US brands are experiencing a huge slump in sales, but the business will lose billions in profit, the state will lose millions in taxes, and workers will lose thousands of jobs. We think that you, as the president, must protect the domestic auto industry. Right, so what do you need? If someone could get to the show and mess up a few brake hoses, any subsequent test drives incidents will scare potential buyers off. We also need a hacker to knock the... Right, so we need press. I could send Sophie. Troy's a journalist. I'm going to get Troy a passport. Troy's getting a passport, so he's a journalist. So for that, next month I need... Or the month after that, actually. Because they're going to be busy on a one next month, which is evacuating the White House. But then I've still got a month left to do that. He can do the month after. With Troy. Yep. Right, okay. So that's getting taken care of. So let's do this one first. Vindicate the Turkey Foundation, because we've only got 1 month left to do it. Mr. President, I'm relatively new to this post, but I intend to do everything I can to ensure the National Turkey Federation recovers its good name and restores its reputation. I mean to achieve that by smearing the reputation of turkeys. I want the people to know that Humbert Tuns never forced turkeys to fight, simply give them the freedom to display their natural aggression. To prove that, we're going to engineer a turkey attack on someone live on television, and not just on anyone, but on a White House member of staff. We have already selected the turkey for this role. It'll be our Susan. She really hates men, especially if they wear glasses. Maybe we have someone suitable from our staff. We'll pay all their medical expenses. Ben? Male with glasses? Welcome. I've never used him for anything other than that. Sir, it's straight up miserable working with Jacobo. If you don't double my salary, I'm going to quit. What do you think, lads? You think we should fuck this guy off? I'm sick of their conflict. I'm not. And I'm not using him for anything else, am I? There you. Good job is we can get another hacker. So let's get our other hacker now. Now that's saved me 2.3 million because I don't have to put these two through fucking counselling. Cracker. Let's hire before we drop fucking to 85%. Sir, I only work with the best, I mean the legends, and you seem like a legend to me. What do you say? Should we work together? Yes. Happy to work with you, sir. I can gain access to anywhere and find out anything you need to know. Hacking people, writing software, hacking bank accounts, using surveillance hardware. I think she's actually better than the guy we've just getting rid of. Good shit. Good shit. And we saved ourselves some money and we've not got any stress. Right. Rescue Ellie's cousin from his captors. I want to do this. We could have an assassination on our hands, lads. Buddy, I worked at the FBI for years, but never in kidnappings. Mostly I fished out drug dealers, but I also went after deep state corruption. I lacked some of the theoretical training, but I watched a lot of detective shows and thrillers. This case may be more similar to Zodiac or Seven. I just hope we're not dealing with the disappeared. To solve this riddle, we'll need a tough guy with a gun and probably a few hackers. I'll tell you what, since Alvaro and Amira are stress-free with sending them, And a plucky dame with a deductive mind. At least that's what would work in movies, although sometimes it's down to the cool-headed hostage negotiations to save the hostages, so do we have the right people for the job? Okay. So do we need hackers? I think we do. I think Alvaro and Amira. Get our money's worth from her. A little mysticism, a little sexual innuendo, a little passive aggression from the tone of the writing. I'd say the kidnapper is a woman, and as a child she had intimate relationships with her father. She's single, early 30s, watches anime in the evenings. Spaces before punctuation indicate that she doesn't network much. This one's a loner. The lock of hair smells like paprika. Perhaps our demoness likes to eat chips while she's terrorizing her victims. Well, I've drawn you a pretty clear psychological profile. What are we going to do with it? Honey, I'm sorry to interfere. I know Tony wants what's best, but please don't do anything stupid. The perpetrator is clearly a man, and clearly not in his right mind. The important thing is to figure out who the bastard is and where he's holding Basil. Please do not do anything hastily. If anything happened to Basil, I'd never be able to forgive myself. Oh shit, that's clever. Track down who owns the Bitcoin wallet. That's fucking brilliant. This'll definitely work. Mr. President, idiots read all kinds of crap on the internet and think that Bitcoin is anonymous and safe. But it's not. Yes, if you don't withdraw the cryptocurrency to a bank account through third-party services, then no one can trace the account. But if you ever cashed in through an exchanger, then finding out your name is a piece of cake, especially for a specialist like me. The results on the search might shock to you. Our kidnapper turned out to be your wife's cousin. Apparently, the missing Basil didn't go anywhere. He was just running a scam on the First Lady. What are you going to do with him? I actually considered that, I actually thought he might be doing this. Honey, I'm speechless. If he can't even trust her own family, what about everyone else? I'll teach that little shit to dance with me. No more allowances. Basil can go back to work at Fat Joe's. Maybe this time he'll learn something. What a cocksucker. I should have assassinated the prick. Buddy, thank God we got to this idiot before the reporters got to him. Man, what a cousin. I think we ought to teach Basil a lesson. Ellie says he's had enough, given the shame and the fraud charges. His mother gave him a good lashing, but I think we should get a little payback of our own. Your wife will still be paying for the asshole's lawyer. You can bet on that. Let's show Basil what happens to people who try pulling one over on you and your family. What do you say? It's just going to cost one of my guys stress, isn't it? It's probably like we don't have better things to do, mate. Come on. Suit yourself, buddy. It's not like I'm after blood. I'm just being fair. Yeah, we'll just leave that because there's no point. What? What? The First Lady's cousin was spotted at Fat Joe's remarkably. He wasn't just eating lunch there, but standing in a fat. Fuck me. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Listen. This game, I fucking lads, honestly, I swear on something, this game really fucking pisses me off, right? So this prick's fucking blackmailed us for trying to get some Bitcoin, right? And then the woman says, "Oh, I'll teach him a lesson," and she doesn't. Lads, I want to break this cunt's kneecaps. Just fucking watch. I'm sick of this shit. Listen, this is why you always dish out vengeance. You should always. Now, lads, I was weak for a moment there. All through this playthrough, I've dealt with a fucking iron fist. I'm never wavering again. Everyone's going to get my full 100% wrath. Just watch. Everyone's getting the wrath. No, I can't lose that. Because if we lose that, we're going to lose her, and I've only just bought her. Fuck's sake, man. It's shit how you can't rehire people, you know what I mean? They're just gone for good. Right, you little motherfucker. Come here. That's great, buddy. I'm sure you know how to set Basil straight. I won't bore you with my advice. He's gonna get beat. Fucking break his kneecap. Sir, when I found out what the idiot did, I thought to myself, I wouldn't mind breaking a couple of his ribs for that. And then you show up like an angel from heaven and ask me to give Basil a good beating. Sir, your word is my bond. The kid got was coming to him, brave and chipper right at first, but after 2 to the liver, he went soft and cried and promised he'd behave himself. I'm sure he won't bother your wife again. Bang. Man, you taught that prick Basil a thing or two. The kid's got a conscience though. He went to work at Fat Joe's, says he'll pay for his own lawyer, and won't take any more money from Ellie. I told you the guy just needed a good spanking. Man, you scare me sometimes. I know you need to teach Basil a lesson, of course, but it seems like you go too far. You and Ellie had every reason to cut him off for good, but Basil is missing, this time for real. It's been 24 hours. How did you scare that asshole into disappearing for good? People get too caught up looking for easy money. Thanks to the establishment's greed, they have to fight for pennies like dogs on a bone. We all put the con artists in jail, but we'll put the con artists in jail. Those who steal their neighbours will be severely punished. Be as honest as your president. Respect the work of others. Respect the work of others. Bang. Yes. 0.5% isn't bad. But what team's really stressed? I can't afford Alvaro to get stressed, right? Because he's going to leave if he does. Secretary of Transportation, Mr. President, the Mayor of Great Falls has been at odds with the state government, who just haven't got round to fixing up the pathway to his house. They got rid of the old asphalt and covered it with crushed stone and then left it. Although I can see where they're coming from, considering the only resident in that area of Great Falls is 70-year-old Mayor himself, laying 3 kilometres of asphalt for just one residence is certainly madness. But a video was recently posted online showing the Mayor sadly hobbling along his crooked road, and it got hundreds of comments demanding the poor old man get help. Should we allocate some funds from the federal budget? What? Go on then. Julian Gillard. Since Camaro has voted in for a 4th term in Guatemala, the country is starting to look like North Korea. They've recently introduced a heavy duty on crossing the border, so now only the very richest, who are basically the president's inner circle, can cross it. Guatemala is gradually closing itself off from the world. Perhaps we as a democracy's greatest supporters should intervene. We could restore Guatemala's membership to international organisations if it agrees to reintroduce free foreign travel. Why the fuck would anyone want to go to Guatemala? Go on then. Antonio Estaba, buddy, you know that I'm constantly breaking my back just to make a better life for everybody. Sure, stuff happens, but I certainly don't deserve it for some journalist to snicker when I say the word conscience on the Dirty Politics talk show. It makes me furious when I think of his idiot face. He's not doing himself any favours. I need to get my own back and set up a live debate. No. No, don't do anything in rage. Hey buddy, I wasn't happy about the fact that we just put the brakes on the snickering journalism issue. Today, the hack asked me live on TV how much the president's conscience was worth. My face went to purple with rage and the press thought I was ashamed. If I'm honest, then why talk to these guys? Well, just don't talk to them. Okay. Right. What's next? I can't evacuate the embassy yet. Why can I not evacuate the embassy yet? 2 trusty fighters. Alvaro's getting a passport, okay. And support the auto industry. Why can I not do that? Yeah? A hacker. Troy. Yeah, that's what we're waiting on. So we're waiting on next month, right? Tame the animals. What do we need for this? We need a lawyer. Oh, we're waiting on Debbie. Debbie's on a mission. We need a lawyer for that, and we need a lawyer for this. We need a lawyer. Well, this is the first time we've never needed a lawyer for like so many things. Right, we're not doing the bonus fund. Buddy, you're here, great. Make yourself comfortable while I pour you a drink. It's a difficult task, gotta respect the cunning, but you and I have been in the business a long time, let's figure it out. Are you drinking? It's morning. Some things you just can't figure out without a drink. I'm not offering you a snort, so don't complain, buddy. Smooth, very smooth. Special from Rich Bookwalter Seller. Alright, I know enough chit-chat. Let's talk about the clever fellow who is the Prime Minister scrambling for her bills. Oh yes, this is for the Australian Prime Minister, isn't it? Let's start with what we know already. The attack wasn't on Prime Minister Nugent's personal account, but her welfare fund. Why was the Nugent Foundation targeted specifically? Nugent used the fund as a personal piggy bank. Yeah, that much is clear. Someone decided to punish Nugent for embezzling charity funds. But something doesn't add up. This happens all the time in politics. Most of the guys on their way out to Congress have gold bars coming out of their underpants, but the million came to you. Where's the motive in that? The thief donated the money to the foundation and wanted a refund. He thought he was doing a good thing. Do you know who I think it is? I think it might be Feist. The usual thirst for profit. Of course it is. According to the reports, every penny they stole from Nugent went to another charity. Better keep thinking about it, buddy. Donated the money to the foundation and wanted a refund. No, I don't think so. Well, why give us the... Lads, why give me options if they're fucking wrong? He thought he was doing a good thing, so it's a Robin Hood. Yeah, buddy, I've come to the same conclusion. Like the Aussie said, there's a native idealist behind this. A naive idealist behind this, not a conniving thief. Another thing that got me, according to the analysis on our hacker's darknet activity, he does his hacktivist stuff strictly from 12 PM to 1 PM and 7 PM to 10 PM. We noticed these things at the FBI. What could that work schedule mean? Hacker's doing it from his workplace. Buddy, give me that glass. You're drunk. It's more like the exact opposite. Well, what? He's doing it in his spare time. That's what I thought at first. But lights out at 10? Something's not right, buddy. Something's not right. Limited access to data. What the fuck? Who would even... Just, mate, instead of giving me choices, just tell me, because there's no fucking point. A company, whatever, yeah, buddy, that's it. And that's interesting. Turns out the nimble cyber bandit lives by a strict schedule. Well, I think we can guess who's hiding under Grandpa's obviously satirical nickname. What conclusion have you come? It's Feist? Probably a patient in a mental institution. They're the only ones who believe in goodness, and they live by a schedule. Grandpa's some kind of school kid. I agree. Our noble thief is just a kid calling himself Grandpa. The Joker thinks he's the smartest one here, but for the pros like you or me, my friend, it's easy to figure them out. Oh, I wish we'd worked at the FBI together. We'd have been like Clive and Bobbert, the great superhero detectives Dibs and Clive, ladies man. Alright, buddy. I'm going to check out the list. The Australians gave us a list of 589 people of sufficient intelligence and programming talent for such a difficult job, but now the search is seriously narrowed down, and we're close to a solution, all thanks to teamwork. Buddy, I checked the list. There's only one child prodigy in Australia capable of this level of hacking. Lachlan Cologne, a 16-year-old kid who at the age of 9 won Australia's most prestigious student cryptocurrency Olympiad and then disappeared off the radar. Aside from his achievements in math and programming, the school papers I found online say he was always picking fights mostly against bullies twice his age and size. There's no doubt about it, Lachlan is our noble cyberbully buster grandpa. I don't know about you, buddy, but I'm sorry we're putting the kid into the new gen hands. Lachlan did something naughty, and he deserves to be punished, but not the kind of punishment the Prime Minister has in mind for him. Just say the word and I'll arrange for an emergency evacuation. We can get Lashlan and his family to the United States before New Gen can get to him. Or maybe we just tell her the investigation failed. What do we do, buddy? Evacuate them on the condition that the boy works for me. Bang. Buddy, that's one of the smartest things I've ever heard you say. I know he hacks into the accounts of the most powerful people in the world just for fun, but try not to ruin the boy's life, okay? Lads, we're going to ruin this kid's life. This kid does not know what he's getting into working for me. This is awesome. I've got 3 hackers now. Lashlan, look at this guy. Dude's playing PlayStation 4. Mr. President is the coolest uncle. Yeah, baby. Matthew Lee Garden. Mr. President, after you ordered Nebraska to fund the completion of the road for the Mayor of Great Falls, the press has called you a truly socially orientated president, but now we're not sure what we're going to do with the dozens of requests for road repair work. I knew that would happen. Michelle Curie, head of the International Committee for the Protection of Human Rights. Mr. President, while some states proclaim the value of empathy and human life, others like Texas are buying up cyanide gas for their executions. That's right, that's the same gas that was prohibited by the ban on chemical weapons. I'm convinced that such things have no place in the free world in 2022, especially at taxpayer expense. Will you draw up an executive order prohibiting the use of cyanide gas? Yes, I will. Cyanide gas is fucking disgusting. Alfred Marino, head of the Gynecological Society. Oh. Genealogical. I thought it said gynecology. I was like, oh, I love fannies. Genealogical Society. Mr. President, my great-grandmother, who was of Italian descent, would say, know your roots. Know yourself. Oh, it's about your, like, family tree. After 20 years of gynecological study, I don't know what the fuck that word is, I've managed to trace back 12 generations and I've helped plenty of celebrities do the same, from Sarah Cookie to President Feist. Now I'd like to trace your family tree. I'm sure we'll find at least one king, or at least a duke. Would you like to know more about yourself and your ancestors? I don't give a fuck. Helen Eugene, Mr. President, it's too bad that even your supposedly top-tier experts couldn't figure out the identity of the thief who brazenly stole a fortune from me, but I won't just give up and let myself be sunk. Helen Eugene always gets to the truth. Well, crack on. Well, now we've got 3 hackers, we'll just hack her again. Lads, I hope she puts another $1 million in her fund. I'll get my mate here to just take it again. Okay. Right, and we're going to have to do Madam President. Let's do it. Mr. President, Madam First Lady, it's a pleasure to meet such distinguished guests. Amo Andonai, she's the President of France. Good evening. There's an unusual greeting in Europe. Hello, Madam President. Mr. President, Madam, you may act naturally with me. I assure you I would never betray you to anyone. I've seen a lot of French comedies and I know your humour is special, but it's much more interesting in real life. Wait, I get it. You're both pretending to be completely ignorant just to test me. Oh, how silly I must look. I don't get it. With all due respect, Mr. President, let's cut through the formalities. Well, yes, just fuck it. Listen, why is this bitch beating about the bush? Get to the fucking point. Oh, if no one minds, I'll have a look around the residence. You two talk business, politics and that sort of thing. Wow, what a beautiful parquet you have. And what's that in the room down by this way? I'll be back. I'll be back. You have a beautiful wife. She's for sale. Do you want to put a bid in? I feel the same way. I'm sure she's struggling to hold on to such a special man. What the fuck? What? I don't know what you're getting at. Of course you do. Long have I prepared for this day. I have read the protocols of the Elders of Zion 3 times. You are secretive. May we rule from the shadows. May we stretch forth 100 hands like an Indian god and every finger touch the spring. But just think, your order originated in France. Who better than the President of France to join your ranks? I could be useful to you. What? Oh shit, she thinks I'm a member of the Illuminati. Elders of Zion. I don't know much about the Illuminati's not Zion though, is it? You think I'm an Illuminati Zionist? Exactly. And what is our power? You pull the strings and the puppets do your bidding. Terrorist attacks, crisis, wars, epidemics, it's all you're doing. And that's just the stuff that I was born to be a part of. I'm aware that membership requires investment, and if it means a direct line to sapionage, I'm willing to pay. During my initiation, to put my membership fee on the sacrificial altar, you will accept me, won't you? Perhaps. Look, if she wants to believe she's a part of this, and crack on. You can't imagine how glad I am to hear that. How will we arrange it? I'll discuss it with the elders. Mr. President, I'll wait for a sign. Praise be to the wise men of Zion and their minions. May their eyes behold the radiance of Nibru. Praise be to them. Oh, I have a headache. I'm sorry. You'll be escorted to the That was the wrong thing, wasn't it, to say? What was that? Solange Verdot reads too many mystical novels. Apparently they have different kinds of novels over here. I didn't understand a word she said. Is it just me, or does the president of this whole country believe that all crazy world is government crap? She believes you and I are members of the Zionist Order of Freemasons. It's crazy. Europe is full of crazy people. I've got to tell Tony he loves this kind of stuff. Yeah, whatever. I don't give a what the fuck was that about? Michelle Curie. Oh, yes. Your decree banning the use of cyanide. Excellent. I knew that was going to work. Buddy, Ellie told me about this French woman who believes in some kind of order of the Illuminati. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Even kids know they were wiped out a long time ago by corporate conspiracy. President of France. Amo Anondai, Mr. President. How do you do? The world is in great turmoil right now. You and your friends must be busy. If you ever need a reliable cohort, just whistle. I know, I'm in too much of a hurry and it doesn't work that way, but could you at least put in a good word for me with your brothers? Yes. Mr. President, I will never forget this. The New World Order is coming. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Listen, mate, I am bringing up a New World Order. This is going to be brilliant. I am going to be the head of the Illuminati. I'm actually making it myself. Darling, new results are in from the States, where the candidates were neck and neck, but the counts are still going in some places where manual recounts are required. The results won't be officially announced until December. Thanks to our support with his image, Mike Ribikoff managed on his 5th attempt to make himself a congressman. Stay tuned, girls. Ken Verbitsky doesn't seem to be letting go of Nevada. Good thing we have his vote in our pocket. And my favourite, Berta Glover, ended up winning in Georgia, and that's a win for both of us. As for how Clint is doing, I'll be honest, I got scared and stopped watching. Ask Tony to tell you. I wonder why Clint's not doing so well. Buddy, Ellie's so worried about how Clint is doing in the election that she won't even watch the news. But I still do. Anyway, we're firmly in the lead. Nothing can stop us now. Is that true? Mr. President, thank you personally for believing in me and helping me run a high-profile campaign. As someone who owes you not only the election but also my life, I promise that I will work loyally for you in Congress and for America, of course. Good lad. Fucking hell, we got all 9? We got all 9? I forgot the last person was him. Jerome Wilson, White House butler. Mr. President, Miss Kowalskia has asked for a huge amount of money to decorate the White House this year. I'm not sure your voters would approve if they found out. I tried to come up with something myself, but all I could think about were reindeer, Christmas tree branches, red baubles and all that cheesy stuff. Then I had an idea. Let's get some ordinary Americans to decorate the White House. It'll look good. I think that's a good idea. Melissa Jenkins. Prosecutor General. What the fuck is this? Oh, is this the Illuminati? Mr. President, we recently put Tina Mambos behind bars. That hacker owned a private reptile zoo, which housed several very rare snakes, including 5 St. Lucia racers. When she was arrested, the snakes went into hibernation and 2 almost immediately died. Animal rights activists have appealed to us because they are convinced only Tina can save this extremely rare species. It's true nobody can get anywhere near the snakes. Oh, and she hacked a bank account to feed her animals. Will you sign a pardon for Mambos? Yes. Bill Boyne, White House Social Media Director. Mr. President, you know how companies change their logos on social media for Pride and other events. I thought it would be a good idea for us to do the same for Thanksgiving. We could have a turkey instead of a bald eagle for a day. Benjamin Franklin would have appreciated that. He did say that the bald eagle is a bird of bad moral character. The peaceful turkey is just the thing for a family holiday. Will you agree to make America's national bird for just one day? No. Vernon Cushley, Chairman at Mr. President's Fan Club. It's the time of the year that people think about what they are grateful for, Mr. President. We are getting a huge number of letters from your fans who would like to express how grateful they are to you, sir, so I'd like to pass it on. I'm thinking we should make these letters publicly available so everyone can see the real fruit of your hard work, rather than the endless complaints that and whining we get the press. No, it's private. If someone wants to send me a message, like, it's private. First Lady, honey, better be safe than sorry. I've seen the resume of a bodyguard from Indonesia who takes an unconventional approach to protecting his clients. Supposedly, he prevents problems before they even appear. He blends perfectly in a crowd, knows how to find intruders, and prevents any kind of crimes. Also, he's ready for other physical work. We need such a handyman, a bit like Alvaro. Oh yes, he's an ex-con, but he's got an excellent references. Would you try him out? Yes. Hussein. This guy doesn't look very strong, but... $3 million! But he only wants 36 grand a month. This guy just does it for fun, doesn't he? He just loves killing, he just does it for free. Okay. Let's think. We need passports for both of these, which you can't do until next episode. We need lawyers for all of these. Can't do until next month. Let's pass the month. Before we do that, let's make sure you're going to rehab. You're going to rehab. Wait there. We're sending Jacobo and Ollie on a mission. But I'm going to rehab him because I have another hacker. Once he's done his job, he can rest. Right, let's go. Next month, baby. Ooh, I like that. 92.7%. As long as we can maintain this, I'm golden. 17.8 mil. And how many dividends? Look at all these dividends. Watch these coming in. Watch this money. Watch the money. Shit, we've got to pay the Christmas bonuses. $1.75 million. Receive. Amira Osmani. Mr. President, my sister keeps saying I need to rest more often. Oh, that's right. I put her on a resort. That was good. Mr. President, I've got a whole batch of passports. Good. Alright. Settler conflict. Sir, thank you for helping to put right our Secretary of State's faux pas. I'm referring the incident when he snapped a pencil made from the sacred Bodhi tree right in front of our Indian colleagues, and no, I'm no snitch, just lay down the facts. Your negotiator was able to calm down the aggravated diplomats, and the PR team did a great job on the department's image. We can get back to work now. And fuck for that. Vindicate the Turkey Federation. Did this work? Mr. President, I must have forgotten to mention that our Susan hates people that wear glasses more than anything. She didn't like your guy either, but she didn't get round to attacking him. I don't think she could be bothered. It's a great pity that you were unable to assist me, but never mind. I'm not giving up that easily. The National Turkey Federation will recover its good name. Well, that was bullshit. Sir, everyone was pretty surprised when you ordered an end to Guatemalan isolation, but it has worked. Camaro has lifted the prohibitive duty on travel and has even released several political prisoners. It seems that his desire to make a good impression on the international community is even stronger than his desire to be a tyrant. Anyway, the people of Guatemala are mostly grateful to you for getting another chance to escape that prison. Happy days. So we released Tina Mambos, the hacker, and St. Lucia Racer Snake Whisperer. However, she was only out for a few weeks because traces of cocaine were found in her snakes. Mambos was using them to traffic drugs. It may have been a mistake to let her out of jail. Who could have imagined that the snakes were craving cocaine to make their lives in captivity complete? I was kind of hoping I did that to hire her, but I don't think we can. The White House has had all manner of decorations in the last 50 years. The press has already loved that the public are decorating the White House. Well done. The congressional election is over. Are the rumours true? Were some sort of representatives only elected because of the president? If so, what is his true goal? Everyone is heading to snowy Alaska this year. Washingtonians have been buying up tickets to Alaska resorts, hoping to spend the holidays in a real winter wonderland, rather than the sorry second-rate winter we have in their capital. Antonio Estaba. Merry Christmas, my fellow Americans. Pretty soon, Portis and I are going to give you the most wonderful Christmas present of all, a new and improved constitution. It's happening. It's fucking happening. Sir, I recently lost a lot of money in cards, but I always pay back debts, even if I have to take new debts to cover them. Can I borrow 100 grand for you? I promise. Yes, you can. I trust you, mate. Thank you, sir. Nuclear disarmament. Mr. President, I'd like to thank you for the sensible policy you pursue. Thanks to your stance on neighbours seem to be willing to talk to us in language of diplomacy for the first time in history. I hope the peace that came to the Middle East is there to stay. I am confident I'll be able to engage in meaningful dialogue with my neighbours and pursue further cooperation with the administration, Mr. President. Honey, I hope you do remember that our employees are entitled to a bonus this month. They did a great job and deserve some encouragement. I agree. Darling, it's likely that the election results are final. The new House of Representatives will convene in January. In the meantime, if you still have a chance to get someone on your side, make sure you take it. It's your last chance. But if you've already done all you can, just be patient and wait until next month. President of France, what's this girl gotta say? This is gonna be funny. Mr. President, do you know what I do in the evenings when the people work is done? I read enlightened philosophy, Rousseau, Locke and others. Believe me, for a neophyte, I know more than enough. What else should I be doing? I don't say another word. I understand everything. Here's a small startup fee, 150,000. Will you accept it? Yes. Thank you, Mr. President. A little secret. It's a little secret. I'll wait for a sight. Mate, I'm just robbing this woman for fucking fun. Ashley Marshall. The president this year... Mr. President, this year our prisons were filled with thousands of new inmates. The streets are safer, but safe budgets are empty. State budgets are empty. We simply don't have anything to feed all these petty thieves and drug addicts. I reckon we need to declare an amnesty for some of them. They won't do anything too bad. To win the public's favour, we could dress it up as a wonderful gift from Santa this Christmas. What do you think? Nah? Mate, you're in jail, that's the fucking law. Clara Lawrence, Chairman of the Texas Mother Society. Mr. President, they say mothers consider every child to be precious. The state should feel the same way. In third world countries, thousands of orphans wistfully watch tales about American Christmas, hoping that one day they'll get a fairy godmother in their lives. Or a president godfather, who could allocate budget funds to bring at least a dozen kids to the States for Christmas. I'm sure the public would also appreciate such generosity. Wouldn't you like to be such a president? So where do these kids come from? Orphans. Go on then, I'll do it. Wolfgang Stoffels. Sir Lucius Ashe's novels are called prophetic horrors. They deal with real tragedies. The first about the nightclub fire, the second about the airliner crash. The thing is that they were written before the actual event occurred. Now Ashes is finishing his new book. It will be published just in time for the holiday to tell a story about a terrorist attack at the Chicago Christmas Fair. The intelligence services are checking on Ashes and trying to find a logical explanation for the phenomenon. But to no avail. Shall we double check and pay the author to rewrite the ending of his story? Why? What's that going to achieve? Maybe someone reads this guy's books. Wait there. Now, I don't think someone could cause an airliner crash without killing themselves. Nightclub fire, I believe. No. I'm not doing that. It's a fucking story. Wolfgang Stoffels. Sir, after you refused to pay Lucas Ashes to remake the ending of A Frightful Christmas, I waited anxiously for the holidays to come. Every day I followed the events of the Chicago Christmas Fair, but strangely enough, nothing. Not a single terrorist attack or even a conflict over discounted gadgets. Still, I'm in no hurry to rejoice. Evil knows how to wait years to strike unexpectedly. I really hope you don't have to regret your decision. Mr. President, I simply can't put into words how I felt when one of the orphans that we brought over for Christmas from Eastern Europe got lost. Oh, fuck's sake. We found the kid in the park. He decided to hide from his group, where he realised that he wasn't going to be staying in America. I almost burst out crying myself. You can't do anything right, can you? Try to enrich these kids' lives and it gets thrown in your face like a fucking shovel. My friend, this Virador is really getting on my nerves. She's totally crazy. Who even believes in the Illuminati and the Zionists nowadays? That outdated theory of world government is so 20th century, but since Madame's president is so eager to join the lodge, I guess we can take advantage of the situation and make some money. I've thought of something mystical and enchanting, my friend. I want to hear it. That is so fucking funny. Receive an inheritance. Ooh. Oh, do you know what we've never checked on, actually? This. Correctional Limited, a company that built Florida prisons under government contract. Since construction began in the early 2010s, human rights activists have decried the condition as inhumane, but the company only began widely known in 2021 when former federal government staffer Archie Wister launched a campaign to impact the US president. 95%. I can get it. Because I've got stuff to boost my popularity. Right, okay lads, we're going to call it an episode here. We've got so much shit to do, it's unbelievable. Like, it's actually crazy. Support the auto industry, we're going to do. Evacuate the embassy. Ooh, presidential initiation. We've only got 2 things to do for that. Right. We'll concentrate on doing that next episode. We need to get people's stress down. That's if we're going to use them. I think we do have to use Sophie for something. We have to use Debbie for a lot of things, so I'm going to have to spend a lot of money to do that. Okay lads, it's been a pretty hectic episode. Loads has happened and we've got loads more to do. See you in the next one, lads.